Today in my presentation, I will cover two topics. One is entrepreneurial opportunities in sheep and goat sector, and second one is the financial support which is available from Government of India under two schemes, that is National Livestock Mission and Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Here I have given my mobile number also. This is my WhatsApp number. You can note down. Whenever you need any assistance or any technical support or any guidance, just you can send me a message. Entrepreneurial opportunities. To understand the entrepreneurial opportunities, we need to know three things. One is what is the importance of meat? What is the importance of meat for Indians? And what are the preferred meats? Because there are several meats available in India. One is mutton, chawan, beef, veal, fish. So like this, different kind of meats are available. What are the preferred meats for Indians and what are the available sources for those meats? And what is the present status and how it is going to be in future? So these things are very important for a new entrepreneur. As per National Institute of Nutrition, every year one moderate active person should consume minimum 12 kgs of meat. The meat can be from any source. It can be beef, sheep, chawan, poultry, rabbits, whatever it may be. But one moderate active person. So if he is building his muscles, then he has to eat more than this. But minimum it should be 12 kgs per year. But here is the data which is collected in 2021 by Government of India under one national survey. In 2019-21, in India, 77% people are consuming meat. Means 77% of Indians are non-vegetarians. In 1947, only 35%. Because of that, the other country people, they used to call India as a vegetarian country. But India is no more a vegetarian country. Now we can call it as a non-vegetarian country because 77% of the Indians are consuming meat. And in AP and Telangana, it is a little bit more. Here, 96% of people are consuming meat. If you go to northeastern states, here you can see here, northeastern states. So it is a little bit higher than this. Here you can notice. But the major meat sources are only three. That is poultry, sheep, and goats. Why we prefer only three types of sources means we have certain religious and legal restrictions in India. In India, we have around 80% Hindus. These people, they don't prefer beef or pork, whereas the second largest religion in India is Muslims. They are approximately 14%, and they don't prefer pork. So whatever we eat as a non-vegetarian food, it comes from poultry, sheep, and goats only. Even the data, whatever is available in India, that is also clearly shows that only three sources are preferred in India by Indians. Out of the total meat production which is produced in India, see 51% comes from poultry only, from chicken. 24% it comes from mutton and chawan. That means almost 76% of the meat produced in India is from poultry, sheep or goat. This is another chart which shows the same thing. The total contribution from sheep and goat is 25%. This is the total contribution from sheep and goat sector. When we look at the per capita meat consumption means the quantity of meat consumed by one person in 1 year. That is called as per capita consumption. In India, our per capita meat consumption as per 2023 census, it is 7.10, whereas in Telangana, it is 9.2 kgs. And out of 9.2 kgs, in Telangana, it is 54%, which is coming from sheep and goat, whereas in India, it is only 25%. So it clearly indicates that in India, 25% of the meat consumed is from mutton and chawan only. So that means that our primary meat source is poultry, which is contributing 51%, and the second major meat source is sheep and goat. And the meat production also year by year increasing in India. As per 2022-23 census, it was 9.77 million tons. So every year the meat production is increasing in India. But the supplies are not sufficient enough. This is the present status. Whatever is produced in India or whatever is produced in that particular geographical area, that is not sufficient enough. There is vast gap between demand and supply. My statement, what I have given is that supplies are not sufficient enough and there is vast gap between demand and supply. This is clearly indicated by increasing retail meat prices. So we know very well that if there is lot of demand for one particular product and if there are not sufficient supplies, automatically the price goes up. In the case of mutton and chicken also, year by year, the retail meat prices are increasing, not only in Telangana, in all over India, in every state. Just you may recollect about the status of your area. When compared to the recommended dietary allowance, which is given by National Institute of Nutrition, our per capita meat consumption is too low. Let us go back to the previous slide. The recommended dietary allowance is 12 kgs, but whereas in India it is 7.10. Even in Telangana is also, it may be little bit higher than the national average, but still we are short of 3 kgs per person per year. The first thing is increasing retail meat prices, and second one is low per capita consumption. These two things clearly indicates that supplies are not sufficient enough. If you look at the retail meat prices, 24 years back, in the year of 2000, the chicken price was just 55 rupees, whereas the mutton price was not even 100 rupees. But today it is 800 plus. Even at a places like Hyderabad, it is more than 900 also. This is the status of 2024. Even in AP and Telangana, the chicken price is not more than 275 per kg. So you can compare the prices in 2000 and 2024. The chicken price increased by 5 folds only, whereas the mutton and chicken prices increased by 8 folds. This is the per capita meat consumption status in 2022. It is 7.10. The recommended dietary allowance is 12 kgs. This is another graph which clearly indicates that the demand is high, even the requirement is high, but the availability is low. So to fill the gap, to fill the present gap, there is a need to increase the meat production. This is one important point why a new entrepreneur should start sheep and goat farming. There is a gap, and in future this gap will increase further. The present gap will increase further because of three reasons. One is human population is increasing. Second one is percentage of non-vegetarians is increasing. The third point is sheep and goat being the second major meat source, there is no increase in the sheep and goat population. Clearly note this point. One is human population is increasing. Second one is non-vegetarian percentage is increasing. Third one is there is insignificant increase in sheep and goat population. Because of the three reasons, the present gap will increase further in future. See, in 2001, we have around 100 crores of population, and in 2023 it is 141. So human population is increasing means accordingly the non-vegetarians percentage will also increase. Here is the status of non-vegetarians percentage exactly 30 years back, the 93-94. In India, there were 56% non-vegetarians, whereas today it is 77%. But in 1993, the human population was not even 80 crores, but now it is almost 140 crores. 77% of 140 crores and 56% of around 80 crores. Just you can compare this. It clearly indicates that a non-vegetarians percentage is increasing. And even states like Rajasthan, the state which is considered as the most vegetarian state in India, 30 years back, the non-vegetarian percentage was just 17%, and today it is 31%. That means India is shifting to non-vegetarian food, and in last 80 years, there is a shift of 85%, and in last 20 years, there is a shift of 36% from vegetarian to non-vegetarian. And the third point, which I mentioned in my previous slides, that there is insignificant increase in sheep and goat population. In 2007, the sheep and goat population together it was 212, but in 2019, there is a gap of 12 years, and the increase is insignificant. There is just 5.1% growth. So this is insignificant increase in sheep and goat. So to fill the present gap, we need to have more meat production, and why we should encourage only sheep and goat? Why not poultry? I said in my beginning slides that the poultry, sheep and goat, these three species are the only three major meat sources which are preferred by Indians. But here I am focusing more on production of more meat from sheep and goat. Why not from poultry? Why only from sheep and goat? You know very well that in poultry, the viable unit size is 15,000 viable unit size, and to establish 15,000 poultry, you need to have 1 crore investment. You can say it as in it is a rich people's choice, and there is every year, not every year, even every day, I can tell that there is a lot of fluctuation in the retail meat price. And poultry requires 100% organized. It is completely organized sector. We need to have organized and skilled labor. But when it comes to sheep and goat sector, this is the oldest profession. This commercial poultry came into India in 1965 only. It has got very little history, whereas sheep and goat sector, it has got more than 10,000 years history, 10,000 years plus history. So low investment is required, returns are very quick. For every 100 plus 5 unit, for every 100 plus 5 sheep unit or goat unit, you will get minimum 5 to 6 lakhs per year. Minimum 5 to 6 lakhs net profit per year. And in case of mutton and chavan, is no fluctuation in meat prices. So we are paying around 850 rupees in Telangana right now. And by next year, it may cross 1000 also. And it is widely accepted. It is widely accepted by all the religions, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, every religion, they prefer mutton or chavan as per their choice. And at the same time, there is no alternate meat also. And government of India also, they are promoting sheep and goat production under two schemes. One is NLM and PMGP, but under NLM, huge subsidies are available. Why I am saying that this gives quick returns means the mating to marketing is less than 1 year. Once it conceives, it will carry the pregnancy for 5 months only. And after 5 months, it will give birth. And whatever is born, whether it is male or female, it is sold for slaughter at the age of 6 months, 6 to 7 months. Means from the conception day, suppose if the sheep or goat, it conceives on January 1st, it will give you a baby on June 1st and it will be sold in the month of November. So from conception, that means here we use the term as mating. From mating to marketing is less than 1 year and unit gestation is 12 months. There is no marketing problem. There is no fluctuation in sale price. You know very well that sheep and goat are reared by traditional people in the rural areas. Their community name is known as Yadavs, Kurmas, a different kind of names in different states. But till now, no traditional farmer has demanded for minimum supporting price from the government. For each and every commodity, they are demanding minimum supporting price. Even for milk also, they are demanding minimum supporting price. Even for eggs also, they are demanding minimum supporting price. But in case of meat, no farmer has demanded minimum supporting price so far in any place in India. But the point is to get the productivity to potential. Means everybody has some different kind of characteristics and they have different kind of productivity levels to get the maximum productive from one particular breed, because there are different kind of breeds in India in case of sheep and different kind of breeds in goat. So as per the breed characteristics, if you want to get maximum productivity, only scientific management is the best option. That scientific management is called as zero grazing. Then let us move to the second point, that is the financial support available from Government of India with the name of two schemes, that is National Livestock Mission. It is popularly called as NLM. Another scheme is PMEGP, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Government of India is providing huge subsidies. Under PMEGP, the maximum unit cost is 20 lakhs only. It is better to utilize the facilities available under NLM because here there is a restriction of maximum unit cost 20 lakhs and subsidy is not more than 35%. Under PMEGP, one should establish dairy goats only dairy goats. But whereas under NLM, Rashtriya Pashudhan Mission, one can get minimum 10 lakh subsidy and maximum 50 lakh subsidy. Minimum 10 and maximum 50. The scheme is implemented all over India, in all the states, all UTs, and it is a scheme of Government of India, not of state governments. It is designed for promoting sheep and goat sector for establishing breeding farms only, not fattening units. And in each state, the state local animal husband department will be the implementing agency, and it is called as State Implementing Agency (SIA). All the citizens of India, any citizen of India is eligible to apply under this. And he may not be an educated person, he can be a illiterate person also. The only online applications are invited under this scheme. No need to go to any office, no need to pay money to anyone, no need to pay anything to any person. It is one of the best schemes I have noticed in the last 30 years. Actually, it is a very old scheme. It is launched in 2014-15, but because of very poor publicity, only few people have utilized this scheme. But when it was launched, the unit size was only 10 plus 1 and 100 employees. The subsidy part was 25% only. But in 2021-22, they have redesigned the scheme. It has been revised and realigned. Now the unit size is increased to 500 plus 25. They are providing 50% subsidy, and this subsidy is routed through SIDBI Bank, not NABARD. And there are other schemes also, not only sheep and goat. And it will be in force till March 2026. Please note this point, there is no hurry. Once you get complete knowledge on this sector, then only you can apply for this. Actually, why government of India is trying to focus more on sheep and goat sector by providing huge subsidies? Actually, what are their objectives? See, one of their main objective is breed conservation. In India, we have goat breeds and 45 sheep breeds. These are the recognized breeds. For example, in case of goats, Sirohi, Jamnapari breeds, and in case of sheep, Nellore, Muzaffarnagari, Patanwadi, like this, there are around 45 sheep breeds. Government of India wants to conserve the breeds and to encourage the farmers to maintain the animals under scientific management system, that is zero-grazing. And these are the main two things. The remaining objectives are there, like unorganized, bringing the sector to organized sector from unorganized sector, and entrepreneurship development, and to develop a sustainable business model. But the main two objectives are breed conservation and stall feeding. And in 2022, they have revised the unit size. Now they are giving 100 plus 5, 200 plus 10, 300 plus 10, and 400 plus 20. And for established 100 plus 5 unit, one can get 10 lakh subsidy, and for 500, it can be maximum 50 lakhs. There is a cap for this. And the major amendment made in December 2022 is one can apply for more than one component simultaneously. For example, if one Mr. X is interested in applying for sheep and goat breeding unit, he can apply for piggery also at the same time. He can apply for Deshi birds also at the same time. For all the components, he is eligible to get the subsidy. For all the components, he is eligible to get his subsidy. And another important point is more than one adult member of a family. More than one adult member of a family may also be eligible to apply under this scheme. So one wife, husband, daughter, children who are eligible means they should be more than 18 years of age. And if they can fulfill all the formalities required to be eligible for this scheme, so they can also apply. So it is not that only one person from one family should apply. So any number of people from one family can apply. The minimum contribution from the applicant should be not less than 10% of the total project cost. This is another important amendment. Out of the total project cost, 50% will be the subsidy, and 40% can be taken as a loan from any bank, or if you have sufficient money, you can self-finance also. You need not take loan from the bank. Even if you take the loan from the bank, your share should be minimum 10%. If you don't want to take the loan from the bank, 50% will be the subsidy, and remaining 50% will be your contribution. So these are the 11 items which are eligible to get the subsidy. So while preparing the project report, be cautious. This is the indicative list of items. So you can mention the cost of construction of sheds for parent stock. Parent stock means sheep and goat. One kid shed and sick pen. Cost of doe. Doe means female goat. Buck means male goat. In case of sheep, we call it as a ram. Male sheep is called as ram, and female sheep is called as ewes. So these are the 11 items you can include in the project cost. Other than this, no other item should be included in the project cost. Even if you include, you will not get the subsidy. For working capital, there is no subsidy. For purchase of personal cars, no subsidy. Whatever I am saying, it is applicable for piggery also. For working capital, there is no subsidy. For purchase of personal vehicles, no subsidy. For purchase of land, also no subsidy. Even for leasing or hiring of land, also there is no subsidy, even for office accommodation. So only these 11 items are to be included in the project cost. It does not mean that you have to include all the 11 items. You can skip any one or two items if you are not interested. For example, item number 6, fodder cultivation. If you are not interested in cultivation of fodder, if you are interested in outsourcing the fodder, you can skip this. And if you don't want to keep the serial number 8, silage making machine, you can skip this. But whatever you choose the items which are to be included in the DPR, they should be out of these 11 only. So this scheme is implemented at state level by state implementing agency, that is government of particular state. Mostly it is implemented by Animal Husbandry Department only. In case of Telangana, it is implemented by Animal Husbandry Department. At state level, we have two committees. One is State Implementing Agency, another one is State Level Executive Committee. And this is same for piggery, this is same for silage making machines, and this is same for hatchery also. There will be two committees at state level and two committees at Government of India level. The job of state implementing agencies, they will scrutiny all the applications which are uploaded by the applicants. And if the application is eligible, if the applicant is eligible to get the subsidy, and these applications are placed before the state level executive committee, and state level executive committee headed by the IAS officer of that particular department, and he will recommend it to the Government of India for approval of the project. And once it is sent from SLEC, the project approval committee will approve it. Here I have given certain details, like for example, Karnataka. In Karnataka, Karnataka Livestock Agency is the implementing agency, not the Animal Husbandry Department. These details are available in the NLM portal. Then OR eligible. See, these eligibility criteria same for all components. All components means not only for sheep and goat, these eligibility is same for piggery, poultry, and fodder development. So any citizen of India can apply, or if they are interested to apply as a group, they can apply as a group also. FPOs, self-help groups, JLBs, FCOs, all these are eligible to apply under this scheme. Nowhere they ask you to give your caste name, and even if you are illiterate also you can apply. There is no preference for any religion and no preference for any region, and though no preference for gender also. Both male and female, they will get the equal size of subsidy. So regarding land for fodder cultivation, it is not mandatory. In the beginning slides I told you, if you don't want to cultivate fodder, you need not have land. So owning land is not mandatory for fodder cultivation, but for shed constructions, you need to have land. Then how to apply under this scheme? First thing, you should have a detailed project report which is prepared by one chartered accountant. This is very, very important because they should mention the cost benefit ratio, internal rate of return, and repayment schedules, everything. It should be prepared by authorized chartered accountant. And you should have land for sheds, not for fodder cultivation. Minimum 1/4 acre of land. 1/4 acre of land is required for every 100 plus 5 unit. If it is 500 plus 25 unit, you need to have 1 acre of land. And even this land also, it need not be your own land. It can be a lease land also. And if you are taking land on lease from others, others means not from your family members, a registered lease agreement is required. This is very, very important. Please note this. And if you are taking land from your family members, for example, if a husband is applying and the land is on the name of his mother or wife or father, he should take land on lease from them. In such case, we call it as lease from family members. Here, a simple declaration which is attested by state implementing agency is sufficient enough. The remaining KYC documents like Aadhaar card, PAN card, address proof, all these are required. GPS location photo of proposed site for shed construction along with applicant should be uploaded, and applicant photo and bank consent. If you are planning to avail loan from any bank, you need to upload bank consent in the initial stage, not the sanction letter, only bank consent to give the loan to you. And if you want to self finance, if you don't want to take loan from any bank, you need to provide bank guarantee. And own share means minimum 10% contribution is very much required, and you need to upload the documentary proof. Documentary proof means your bank account statement, and one cancelled check with bank mandate form, and one experience certificate from the local veterinarian. And if you cannot get the experience certificate, you can produce one training certificate. Otherwise, you can produce a document wherein it is clearly indicates that you are hiring the service of the veterinarian, either experience certificate or training certificate or a veterinary services hired agreement. So these are the only documents you need to have to apply for an NLM. And all these documents should be in PDF form. All these documents should be in PDF form. If the land is taken on lease from the family members, so this is the format. This is available in the NLM portal. There is a prescribed format, just you need to fill it, and this will be attested by the state implementing agency. As per my understanding, the main constraint for the new entrepreneurs is DPR. Where to get it and how to get it and who is preparing. So this is the major issue for the new applicants. And the second one is the bank consent. whenever they approach a banker, simply they will reject, saying that we don't know about this scheme. Even if you want to self-finance, this undertaking is another major issue from the bankers. And the training certificate. These three are the major constraints for the new entrepreneurs. I will explain you how to get them, how to get it done. So DPR means it gives clear information about your details, about your farm location and cost of animals, cost of civil constructions, farm equipment, other components. You should keep one page as flow chart also, in which month you are procuring the animals, in which month you will be getting the lambs, and in which month you will be selling the animals, like this. Births, mortality, replacement of culled female stock, and sales and purchases. This is another chart which shows your income and expenditure. But here I am giving the reference of one person who is preparing DPRs for almost all the states in India. Srimad Bindu 9010302510. If you have already decided to start a sheep and goat breeding farm, and if you have already decided to get prepared the DPR, should it be sheep or goat, or from which breed, with which breed you want to start the farm, and what should be your unit size, and what should be your housing system, should it be elevated or ground level, and what type of feeding system you are going to follow, own cultivation or outsourcing, land availability, how much land you have, is it your own land or lease land, and self finance or bank loan. These are the things on which you need to have clear idea before asking somebody else to prepare DPR. So here I have given the list of the breeds which are available in India. For example, Karnataka. One breed with the name of Bidri. Bidri is available in Karnataka, and another one is Nandidurga. These are the two goat breeds available in Karnataka, and likewise in West Bengal, Black Bengal. These are the recognized breeds, and you need to choose the breed from this list only. And if you want to start with sheep, so you have to identify the breeds from these states only. For example, from Karnataka, there is one Kenguri sheep breed. It is meat purpose breed, and another one is Mandya. Few people call it as Bannur or Bandur. And another breed is Bellari or Dakkani. And there is another breed Hassan. There are four breeds available in Karnataka. Then which bank is to be approached for finance? First thing, you should note that it is not mandatory to take loan from any bank. And if you do not have sufficient finances, you can approach any scheduled bank or any bank which is registered with RBI. So this clarification is given by Government of India in June 2023. They have given like this: the beneficiaries applying under NLM EDP may obtain loan from any bank which is categorized under scheduled bank or registered with RBI. So no bank is supposed to deny your request. And this is one consent letter. There is no prescribed format. And this is consent letter given by IDBI Bank. And this is the format for bank guarantee. And these formats are available in the NLM portal. This is one model experience certificate. If you want to take experience certificate from the local veterinarian, you can take like this. This is one training certificate. This is the cancelled check. This is to be uploaded, and whatever the details written on the check should be mentioned on a separate form, and this should be signed by the banker. This is called as mandate form. And this is GPS photograph of the site where you are going to establish your farm. The applicant should stand in that particular area, and then you can take this with your GPS camera, which is available in your mobile, or else you can download it from your Play Store. And one undertaking is to be given. If you have existing structures in the land. See here in this picture, there are no existing structures. For example, if you have already constructed one farm, or if you have already constructed one labor room, so you should give a declaration stating that whatever the structures available right now, they will not be utilized for the upcoming projects, like this. Here you can read it: subsidy fund will be utilized only for construction of new infrastructure. So this type of undertaking is to be given if there are existing structures in the proposed site of proposed area which is proposed for construction of sheds. And as I said in the earlier slide, you should keep all the documents in PDF form, and the size of the each PDF should be not more than 1 MB. The DPR size can be up to 5 MB. First you download the application form, you take the print of the application form, then you fill it. Then you can have clear idea. So no need to get confusion while applying online. So these are the 3 pages. If you download from the site, you will get 3 pages of application, and just keep on filling this application. Once you fill this application, it will be easy for you to apply through online. There is no registration fee, no processing fees, no need to go to any office. You need not submit hard copies at any place. And this portal is open 24/7. You can apply on Sunday, Saturday, any day on whichever day, whichever time you are comfortable. First, you have to log in into nlm.udyamimitra.in. This is their portal, www.nlm.udyamamitra. So this type of page, what you are seeing on the screen, this type of page you will notice. You have to click here on apply here. Then click on login as entrepreneur. Because you are an entrepreneur, you have to click on login as entrepreneur. Then it will ask you to enter your mobile number. Then you have to request for OTP. So you will get one OTP on your mobile number. Like this, your mobile number verification code under NL is 67979. Like this, you will get one code. You have to enter the code here. Then you have to click on verify OTP. Then this is the first page of the application. If you have already downloaded the application form, and if you have already filled it, this will be easy to fill you. The first page will be applicant details only. And in the second page, you have to enter the project details, which you have already inserted in the DPR. So whatever the details entered in the online application form, they should match 100% with the details of DPR. So DPR plays the key role here. Then the third page, you have to enter all your bank details, bank name, branch name, IFSC code, and your check details, everything. And in the fourth page, you have to upload all the documents. All the documents means DPR, your Aadhaar card, the PAN card, the land documents, experience certificate or training certificate, like that. Whatever the documents I have mentioned in the previous slides, all those documents are to be uploaded in the fourth page. Then finally, you have to submit the application. It is very simple, no need to get confused. Once you submit the application, you will get a message on your mobile like this. Your online application form has been successfully submitted. And once again, after submission of your application, if you log in into the page, again you have to enter your mobile number. Again, you will get OTP. Then the first screen will appear like this. Here it will give your name and your application ID, and it will mention as SIA pending, means your application is pending with the state implementing agency. So they have not checked it so far. At this point of time, you can withdraw your application also. If you think that you have to upload some other document, or by mistake and you have enter something else, so there will be an option like withdraw application. Here you can withdraw application and re-upload. After that, state implement agency, they will scrutinize your application, and if anything found wrong, they will return your application. If anything found wrong, they will return your application, asking you to re-upload. They will not reject your application. And then they will give you edit option. Just you can check here, they will give you edit option. So in this case, they have given 3 remarks also. Like you can read this, the bank account number in application does not match with the uploaded cancelled check. So while applying, he has given some other details of his bank account, and he has uploaded some other cancelled check. So they will give you the remarks, and once it is returned, you will get a message also on your mobile. Your online application form has been returned, like this. So once it is returned, they will give you the details why it is returned, and you have to attend to all those. And again, you can re-upload it by using the edit application. And once you resubmit, again you will get a message like this. Thus, your form has been resubmitted, and you will get a mail also. Your online application form will be scrutinized by state implement agency. Then it is sent to the banker. If everything is right, it will send to the banker. If there is any problem, it will be returned to you again to re-upload the correct documents. In the beginning, I told you that we need to take only bank consent. Once it is scrutinized and once it is found eligible, then they will send the document to the banker. Then the banker should upload the loan sanction letter. Please note the difference. Here, banker should upload the sanction letter, not by the applicant. Once it is uploaded by the banker, then it is sent to the state implementing agency. Then it is sent to Government of India. Then your subsidy will be released. So your status of application can be known from NLM portal. It is very simple procedure. You can notice here, this application is found eligible. So they are not going to return it. So out of 6 steps, the third step is marked here. In principle, it is approved. And in fourth stage, it is sent to the bank. And in fifth stage, it is sent to the CEC, that is Project Approval Committee. I will make you to recollect once again. Your application is in process and document uploaded. This is the first stage. And in third stage, it is approved by State Implement Agency. And in fourth stage, it is sent to the banker. And once the banker uploads the document means sanction letter, then it is sent to the state level executive committee. From state level executive committee, it goes to the government of India. Once it is approved at government of India, they will disburse it. Even at government of India level also, it can be returned by any chance if there is no proper scrutiny by state level executive committee. At government of India level also, at the time of approving the project, they may return it. So here few applications have been returned by the project approval committee. Here it is clearly project approval committee did not recommend these 3 applications. The reason is they have not uploaded the training certificate, but by mistake it is forwarded by the state level executive committee to the government of India. And in this case, there is insufficient loan sanction letter. So they have mentioned in their DPR that they will take loan from 35 lakhs, but they have given the consent for 25 lakhs only. Like this at every point, your application will be processed. That is the reason I am asking you to take care while preparing the DPR. Once it is approved, you have to construct the sheds and other structures with your money. Please note this point. Out of non-subsidy part, there are 2 parts. One is bank loan, another is the beneficiary part. So this beneficiary part and this bank loan, this amount is to be utilized for construction of sheds and other civil structures. And if you have still money, then you have to procure the equipment. This is the first part you should complete by using your non-subsidy part. But this should be done after approval of the project only, not before approval of the project. And this installment also, it is released in 2 phases. One is in the beginning itself, we call it as 50% front end subsidy and 50% back end subsidy. Back end subsidy means after completion of the entire project. And after completion of the entire project, you need to produce all the documents like this. And for example, for construction of animals, how much money is invested, what is the amount, and what is the invoice number. Like this, fodder cultivation, transport cost, insurance cost, everything. And this is signed by the applicant and attested by the state nodal influence. Then only you will get the second subsidy. If you start a sheep breeding unit, estimated net income, not gross income, estimated net income per year from 500 plus 25 unit is not less than 21 lakhs. And if it is a goat unit, profits will be more, because in case of sheep, we get only 1 lamb in each delivery. But whereas in goat, we get minimum 2. Sometimes it may give 3, but 2 is, you can take it as common. So here in this case, the minimum net income per year will be not less than 46 lakhs. For further assistance, if you find any difficulty with any bank, for example, if you approach Canara Bank of area, so they are not interested or they are declining your request, then you can contact Mr. Satish Babu, his divisional manager, his mobile number, and his email ID. All these details are available in NLM portal. But if you need any assistance or more clarity on this scheme, you can write to nlm.support@sidbee.in. There are other components also under National Livestock Mission, not only sheep and goat. You can apply for poultry also, but this is Desi Birds Poultry Hatchery, not commercial unit. Under this unit, you can get up to 25 lakh subsidy. And for piggery, the minimum subsidy is 15 lakhs for 50 plus 5 bores, and it is 30 lakhs for 100 plus 10. This is the maximum unit size available under piggery. So in the beginning itself, I told you, if you are interested in piggery and if you are interested in poultry and if you are interested in sheep and goat, you can apply simultaneously for all these components and you are eligible to get subsidy under all the components at a time. And there is another component, that is feed and fodder development. Under this, there are 2 schemes, silage making unit and fodder block making unit. Under this, you can get maximum 50 lakh subsidy.